All right, well, the state of Georgia has been very quick to try and overturn a stay of the execution of Warren Hill, an intellectually disabled inmate. And that's for a pretty damn awful reason. According to The Guardian, it's because Georgia confirmed to The Guardian that its entire supply of pentobarbital expires on March 1st. The expiration date leaves the state in a quandary. It still has 93 men and 1 woman on death row, including Hill, but with no obvious means by which to execute them. Anti-death penalty campaigners are scathing about the unseemly haste with which Georgia appears to be rushing to beat the deadline. This highlights the nastiness of the process that the AG should be racing to kill prisoners ahead of an expiration date, said Tara Totonchi, director of the Southern Center of Human Rights. So basically, they have to kill this man before the drugs used for the lethal injection expire, because a man's life is like a bowl of cereal.
We need 90 plus other people to make sure we run them through there too. This is disgusting. Maybe we need to, maybe they're starting to line up exactly how much of their, pentobarbital, right? Mm-hmm. How much of that is left, and be like, oh shit, we need to arrest like 17 more people to get rid of all of it.
Yeah,
let's
we
go ahead
gotta
and push that through too.
Waste not, want
so,
not.
So let's explain a little bit what's happening here. So they have this drug that they use, it's a drug cocktail that they use to execute people. And that's actually the only way the state's allowed to execute people under their own laws. Mm-hmm. And if they don't have this drug, then they cannot execute people, and they have people on death row who need to be executed, but they can't be executed. So what to do? Well, they can just buy more drugs, right? Except the drug companies are, you know what? We don't want to help you guys execute people because that's fucked up, and we don't want any part of it. And good for them, okay? So one of the few, many drug companies do a lot of good things. They also do some bad things, but I'm with them on this one. And this death penalty issue is something that's very near and dear to my heart. I worked to get that Prop 34 passed in California that would ban the death penalty and replace it with life in prison without parole. And the reason why I feel so strongly about it is that because I'm a former prosecutor. I see how the system works, and it's not perfect. It's far, far from perfect. And there are so many people who are put on death row that, through a lot of luck and a lot of hard work, were exonerated later. And if we had executed them, they'd be dead. We would have executed dead people. Innocent people. And what happens is every year we find out, oh, so-and-so who's on death row or so-and-so who's been in prison for decades, turns out totally innocent. So I'm not comfortable rushing to execute people to save a few dollars on drugs that are sitting there in the closet that expire in a few days. It's crazy.
I didn't specifically read that they're looking to save a few dollars. So I'm assuming that's part of the case, but it just might be because they're like, well, it's about to expire. Yeah. We've had these people in there for a while. Let's hurry up, because by the way, having them on death row for this long anyway. The last guy they killed was on since '95 for killing 2 college students. He was one of the ones they rushed through. So keeping him on for that long, it's cost you tons more anyway. Just the whole system itself.
Yeah, the death penalty is so much more expensive than just keeping them in prison forever. And whenever we do any kind of death penalty story here at TYT, in the YouTube comments, idiots write things like, oh, why does death penalty cost so much? A bullet costs $1, bang, he's dead. Okay, if you say those kind of things, you're an idiot. Sorry, you're just an idiot. If you really believe that's true. And you're a bad person. That's not the way our justice system works, and that's not the way it should work. We need to make sure that the people that we are punishing are actually the ones who did the crime. And if you don't care and you just want to run them through and just put a bullet in people's head, well, you're a bad guy. Because and it's not a funny joke, it's stupid.
Because as we kill more and more people, the murder rate it's dropping because
it's changing everything for the better.
Yeah,
except not.
Because an intellectually disabled man that's on death row now that's trying to push through, that's going to change anyone else who's out on the streets and thinking about possibly murdering someone or not.
Look, there's so many things wrong with the death penalty. The wrongly convicted, and then even the ones who are correctly convicted. So this happens quite often. So let's say the two of us went and murdered someone, and I copped a plea with the cops before you copped one. Well, you're gonna get the death penalty, and I'm gonna get a lesser sentence, even if I'm the shooter, because we're in it together. So is that fair? I don't think that's fair.
They don't care.
They don't care. Yeah, they don't care.
It's a numbers. It's turning over numbers, as we can see in this case
As we can
too.
see, 93 men and 1 woman
and
being
Georgia,
pushed to the door.
Yeah, I mean, this is. Are you not ashamed of yourself? I mean, this is how you want to administer your death penalty. You want to rush through and use the drugs before they expire, and it's unbelievable to me.